Okay, I'm walking the Offa's Dyke path. Well, going towards it, shall I say. I've gone past this car park many a time on the road from Chepstow to where we live in the Forest of Dean. And today I just thought, you know what, before I pick up my son from school, let's go and do this one little walk. It basically takes you over to somewhere called the Devil's Pulpit, and this feels very similar to walking around the Somme for me, because this would have been the place where the Saxons were encroaching on the British land, or the Brythonic speaking people's land. And Offa's Dyke was basically constructed, I think, around about the 680 period. I forget the dates. And what I'm walking along now would have been considered almost the front line. We're walking towards the River Wye, and the Devil's Pulpit is basically on the cliff edge overlooking the Wye. The Wye was regarded as where the British, or the Britain's boundary was, the now Welsh. So we're in England here, walking up to effectively the border between England and Wales. So after visiting the Somme and the Sunken Lane, this has a very similar kind of feeling to it. It's reasonably good farmland. I think I can see why the now English wanted to get hold of this. I mean, we're in an area that's heavily forested. The Forest of Dean used to extend all the way from Chepstow up to Newent, and many centuries later the Normans had the Forest of Dean as a hunting ground. Chepstow Castle was the first castle built by the Normans going into Wales. Whether it was the first castle of any description, I think it was the first stone castle. So it's quite an important area, but certainly worth a visit. I've got a book that one of my sisters gave me about Offa's Dyke, and I've walked sections of it all through my life. You kind of, when you're living on the borders, you kind of go on sections of it without really realising you're doing the Offa's Dyke. So I've probably done most of Offa's Dyke, but never in one go. Now I'm retired, if I can get my health to a point where I think I could do more of this, I wouldn't mind having a go at it over a period of days, maybe a week, in good weather. Underfoot is rather muddy today. You cross some fields and the mud is significant and quite slippy, so I haven't got the best footwear on. I got Skechers on today. It's a little bit treacherous. Anyway, we come to another stile. I get the feeling that we're coming close to the River Wye now. What's that? There's a series of well-kept gates. I don't know how old these steps are, but they seem to be paths which way to go. I guess that this is Offa's Dyke, because it would have been on the high ground. Offa's Dyke path goes that way. Okay, but I guess it came this way. Offa's Dyke Devil's Pulpit, there you are. Show you that. If I can focus it. Yeah, it's probably backwards as well. It doesn't help. Anyway, what does this say? Devil's work. Folklore says the devil himself preached from this natural stone pulpit to tempt the monks of Tintern from their holy path. These efforts were clearly wasted. Built in 1131, Tintern became one of the most prosperous abbeys in Wales. Ironically, it was the defender of the faith, Henry VIII, that removed its powers for good in 1536 during the Reformation, where he basically severed ties with the Roman Catholic Church and set up the Church of England and the Protestant faith. I mean, in terms of defending this area, you can see why this was a natural advantage. Let me turn this around.